All right, so I'm going to start. Let's see. Okay, we have 33 people in now, and we are waiting for two more actually. Okay, two more. Yeah, addiction is very likely. Clifton, you are correct. Now, let's start. Let's not waste any more time. I think today we are going to tackle one more topic, and then it's like, okay, one down, how many more to go? Okay, so this intensive today is only going to consist of one worksheet, and it is on heat. Okay, so before I even start, I want you, all right, now, okay, to type into the chat and tell me what do you know about heat. Okay, anything, just type. All right, so I will be asking your questions now and then. Okay, and I'm going to see who are those who never respond, never type anything into the chat. Okay, and then you don't turn on your video. I can't see you. Yeah, very good. So I have all these information coming in. Very good, Caleb, F-Will. Okay, very fast. I have to scroll up. Yeah, then I have Ziying. Okay. Right. So Caleb type again. Very good. Rachel is also typing in. Matthias. That's right. Okay. Yes, Brian. That's right also. Giselle. Very good. Jaden. Okay. Jerkai. All right. So you have to make sure, children, you have to put in your name registered with 88 Tuition, because some of you are not in my class. I wouldn't know whether this is the right name or not, and then I cannot mark your attendance. We are supposed to type in things that we know about heat. Anything that you know about heat. Yes. Okay. Good. Yeah, I know you are Chloe because you attended my class. I saw because your teacher wasn't here, right? Good. So yes, good. So there's expansion. That's right. Ihang. Yeah, Ihang is very funny. Yeah, the way he typed this. Okay, good, Avril. Yeah, I see many of you typing a lot of different stuff again and again. Okay, Timothy, the one that you type in if you are talking about a measure of warmth, of coldness, or degree of hotness, or degree of coldness, what is that? Children, come. Timothy, type okay, a measure of the degree of hotness or coldness. What is that? Temperature, that's right. So be very careful. They like to ask definition. What is heat? What is temperature? Make sure you know the difference between the two. Okay, you also need to know how to define boiling point, melting point, freezing point. They like to ask, is temperature, is melting point and freezing point the same, etc. Must know. So write down definition, heat, temperature, boiling point, melting point, all this will be asked. Yes. Okay, so what is heat exactly? Do you say things like, oh, heat is something that travels from hot to cold? What do you say about heat? Heat is a form of energy. That's right, Casey. Yes, heat is a form of energy. Okay, temperature is a measure of degree of hotness or coldness. So temperature tells us how much heat is inside a substance. Okay, so that is the difference. Very good. Do you know the difference between evaporation and boiling? Okay, we're going to cover that under the topic water, but heat and water are very, very related. You know this, right? Okay, you must know. Very good. Okay, Timothy, so cheap, that's what you put down, you found online, right? So please don't go and find online. Don't worry, yeah? Okay. The day before your science exam, we have one last tutorial. If you all didn't notice, right, there's one last tutorial just the day before your science exam. Okay, that is during the PSLE 2 weeks, right? Even though our intensive ended, the week you have your English and mathematics, no science tutorial at all. And on the day before your science exam, okay, we're having a combined session at 5:30. Everybody will attend my lesson. I'll be running through all the summary, all the definitions, the important things for a quick recap. Because science is the last exam, isn't it? Okay, Monday, you're sitting for your mother tongue. Tuesday, you're sitting for your science. So Monday afternoon, okay, or late afternoon at 5:30, you attend my class. Is that clear? Okay, take note of this, write it down somewhere. So let's start. Now, 2020 booklet B, right. Question 40. Okay, Timothy, very good. So I'm going to copy down all these things that you all have actually put in. Okay, so all these things that you all have put in, I'm going to do a quick summary. I'll look through. So whoever, let's say, commented on something not so accurate, I will give you feedback during the tutorial. Good. Okay, now, 2020, booklet B. Have you all experienced this before? If you take out a pack of these sausages, many times we call it hot dog, right? Okay, we take the pack of hot dog frozen sausages from the freezer. You realize that very soon there is this layer of white coating. What is that? Okay, is it powder? Okay, it's not powder, right? You should know after some time, then this white substance disappear. And you have the pack of sausages very, very wet. You all feel that, right? So if you leave it on the table, the table has got a lot of water, etc. And there's more and more water. Good. You all know that it's ice. So this thin layer of white solid form on the surface of the wrapping is actually ice. How did it form? How did it form? Think about it. When you take something out of the freezer, okay? I think those of you who attended my class, you know, when you take something out of the freezer, right? What is the temperature of that substance, that immediate moment? Look at your freezer temperature setting. So all my students during my lesson, some of them ran to, like Clifton, you ran to the fridge, right? Was it you? Someone actually ran all the way to the freezer just to check the temperature setting. It's not at 0, see, remember, it is at minus something. So if your setting in the freezer is about -10, the moment you take that substance out, it was at -10. But because the surrounding is so hot, it will quickly warm up. Okay? So when the cold pack, my answers are very long because these are the full answer. This is 2-mark question. Okay, so you have to write something like this. Okay, if you have written down something shorter, I saw some of you who did this, right? I'm reading your answers as well. Remember, whatever you have given me will not go unnoticed. Okay, I'll be reading all these answers, and during tutorial time, I'll give you more feedback. Okay, so when you take the cold pack out, okay, the warmer water vapor in the surrounding air, what happens? Came into contact with the colder surface of the plastic wrapping. So plastic wrapping is very useful because a lot of times some students say, hey, plastic wrapper or plastic bag, what do I write? Find in the question how they describe this thing. So in the question, it says plastic wrapping, right? So throughout your answers, you just stick with plastic wrapping. Clear? So plastic wrapping will be fine. So talk about the warmer. There must be a difference here. Okay, warmer, because the surrounding is very warm. You must write down the word warmer in order to convince the marker you are good. Okay, so don't just say water vapor in the surrounding air. Not strong enough, your answer. Okay, warmer water vapor, then come into contact with the colder surface of the plastic wrapping. Lost heat, okay, and condense into water droplets, right? So you see, you must be careful. I have seen students writing, okay, the warmer water vapor came into contact with the cold sausages. Did it come in direct contact with the cold sausages? No, it did not. So students lost mark because they write down that point there. Okay, so they can have minus marks, here and there. Next, the water droplets, right, that has been formed will continue to lose heat to the frozen sausages, right? Because it is the frozen sausages that's very, very cold. Okay, so it's going through, the heat is flowing through the water, okay, from the water to the plastic bag to the cold sausages. Okay, then eventually the temperature of the water droplets became low enough to reach the freezing point, and the water droplets turn into ice. So this is the white solid seen on the surface of the plastic wrapping. Any question here? 2 marks. Okay, 2 marks. Right? So if you want to show me your alternative answer, for example, I can see that Chloe has done the worksheet, right? I can read her answers. Then I have Davian, Thursday, Emma. So all of you here, Janelle, Jakai, Josie. So these people who have written down your answers, right? Ming Le, Ping Yi, I will be able to give you feedback, okay, during the lesson time, right? So those of you who have not given the answer, maybe you want to type here. I can definitely pull out your answers later and take a look. Can? Or alternatively, you can send it to me. Okay, you can send it to me via WhatsApp, etc. Okay, let's go on. Now, the white solid will then disappear. It cannot be seen after a while. Explain why. Okay, explain why. After some time, okay, the white solid gain heat from the surrounding and then melt to form water droplets. Okay, because the surrounding is warm. You must know the temperature difference, right? Between the freezer and the surrounding. It is actually quite huge. Hi, Ping Yi. You're waving to me, is it? Yeah. Oh, Raha, is it? Raha has not finished writing. Okay, Raha, what you can do is, right, you can download the lesson notes. Okay, you can download the lesson notes after the tutorial or intensive today. Okay, Raha, do you know that? Do you know how to download the notes from the class after each tutorial or even the intensive? How many of you don't know how to download the notes? Quickly. Raise your hand. How come my hand cannot be seen? Okay, y'all don't know how to download Only Raha, is it? Okay, Raha, I'm going to teach you later during the break time. Okay, because intensive, we must quickly go on. Okay, I'm going to teach you how to download that later. Okay, so let's go on. All right, so don't worry about losing out in writing. Okay, the rest of them are not copying so fast. They don't copy at all because they know they can download. Next. So write down this. Okay, there are some notes here. Okay, so you can see after some time, these notes are important in case they twist the question, they come out something similar this year, then they twisted the question. You must know what is the concept. Yeah, okay, Ihang, I will download later your answer. Okay, you did it just before the lesson, right? Very good. So after some time, due to heat gained by the sausages from the surrounding, sausages will no longer be as cold as they were just taken out of the freezer. So what kind of question can come out? For this, you can think about it. Okay, so last lesson, we actually even got students, right, to think of what is the possible question that can be asked next. Remember, the students, all of you, during the Wednesday class, you gave me the question that can be possibly asked. I thought you guys were fantastic. Okay, let's go on. Now, 2019. Okay, state a physical property of the thick bottom glass that prevents it from breaking. Prevents it from breaking. The moment you hear or you see words like this, okay, prevents it from breaking, it's telling you that something is very strong. So when something is very strong, what is that property? Property is strength. Okay, property is strength. So you have to write down this. But you can also use the word strong. How? By writing a proper statement. Okay, so you say that the thick bottom glass, all right, or the thick bottom is actually very strong. Next, describe 2 ways Ahmad can separate the glasses. Now, I avoid reading out the entire question because that will take time, right? Remember I said that you must come prepared. So if you have already read the questions before you attend my class, we can actually move very fast. So there are ways to separate this. You have seen this kind of question come up for your school exam, right? Correct? Or your school WA, even worksheets. Okay, because the teachers also refer to PSLE questions to give you